this was the case with Paul as he was standing there after being bit. The people were watching him, and they were watching him, waiting for him to die. They had already made up in their minds that he was a murderer, a person that God was taking revenge on. And so they saw the way they were standing around, waiting for him to die. I came to talk to somebody in this church this morning where the people are waiting for you to die. They're waiting for you to give up. They're waiting for you to throw in the towel. They're waiting for you to go crazy. They're waiting for you to lose your life. They're waiting for you to break up. They're waiting for you to get divorced. They're waiting for you to backslide. They're waiting for you to leave the church. They're waiting for you to get a story so they can go tell somebody else. I said there's not one thing is enough. But as we look in the text as they were waiting for Paul to fall down and die, the Bible says Paul shook the snake off. I'll tell you how to deal with one thing after another. You got to learn how to shake some stuff off. If you don't learn how to shake it off, you'll be depressed and on your way to the next house. You will be on your way either to the front man, the real man, or the ABC. But you have to learn to shake some stuff off. Build my house. You got to learn sometimes to shake the middle off. Build the letters by bringing my phone day after day. You got to learn to shake it off. You got to tell yourself there's only so much that I can do with what I have. And I'm not saying ignore your bills. I'm saying that do what you can when you can. And when you've done all you can do, just say, Lord, I've done all I can do. I need you to work on my behalf. And so as Paul shook the venomous snake off, he gave, the Bible says that he gave him time. And after a while, when Paul didn't swell up, when Paul didn't fall down and die, after a while, the Bible says they changed their life. And so what I want you to know is that in the midst of us going through one thing after another, God is giving the glory. Because God is giving us time so that we can change some people's minds. He's giving us a situation, a chance to marinate so that folks will know that it was God that brought that man out. It was God that brought that woman out. It was God that kept that marriage together. It was God that used that woman, that man, to do what he did. And so he wants to use you to change somebody's mind. But the problem with us sometimes is we just don't like to trouble. When Paul wound up in the midst of the sea, no doubt it was cold in the water. And then after being cold in the water, they get to the dry land and it's raining. And not cold water and not cold rain is falling on. I told you if there's one thing, it's enough. It is not the water in the ocean, it's the water from the sky. If there's one thing, it's enough. It's always something to get our attention. But Paul had got on dry land and he thought it was a time. Sometimes folks can be good to you in one turn and turn on you in the next. But it's all right with me because the end result is that it really ain't about me. And sometimes when we get caught up in ourselves, we start to want to throw ourselves a bit because it becomes about me. It's about my feelings. It's about my situation. It's about my answer. It's about my comfort. It's about my joy. And so when God is not moving the way you want him to move, in the time you want him to move, you get upset with God and you try to turn your back. You get all upset and put your feelings. You start operating on the feelings. Then I preach to somebody about those feelings. Your feelings will carry you to hell because your feelings have been tainted with a fleshly carnal nature. And that carnal nature loves it and is against God. And so in all you go is for your feelings and the feeling of comfort. You will be comfortable in sin. You will be comfortable outside of the will of God. And we'll do some things that God told you not to do. I said if there ain't one thing, it's enough. But as you go on, Paul, giving the chastity, didn't even pay the state in your picture, he just shook it off. If I can tell you how to get through the problem, don't pay the problem, keep on the competition. Just learn how to shake them off. When the bills start losing on you and you lay awake worried at night, trying to figure out how you going to do this and how you going to do that. The one thing that I've learned is that you can lay awake all night. And in the morning you still got a bill and now you're tired. And you can't even work because you're tired. And you can't concentrate because you're tired. And what the devil's trying to do is put you out in the cold. But I told you you got a God in your life. God is there for a purpose. I needed a God in my life. And I'm so glad that